If you are receiving this message, it means you've found us at last. You've come, and with you comes the next great step in the evolution of humanity. We have been preparing for your arrival for years, perhaps centuries. We have been patient. We know you have much to teach us. If you can hear my voice, whoever you are, welcome home.
What the hell?
It just repeats after that.
Who was that?
The head of the station, presumably.
Whoever he was, he's long gone now. Generations ago, millions of Earthers tried to set up mining stations in the belt. Some of them lasted. Some died off right away. And some of them, no one knows.
Still, a station this large, uncharted, and seemingly uninhabited? It's like nothing I've heard of.
What did the initial scans tell us?
None of the scanners penetrate past the first level, but there are no heat signatures, no activity except this broadcast. Looks clear.
Maybe. But we don't know if the pirates have found the coordinates another way. Or anyone else.
Not to mention, how the fuck are we gonna find it in there? The place is massive.
There was a line in the coordinates. Something about the first ones.
Fuck does that mean?
Won't know till we get inside. Arlen, Rayan, stay on the ship. Be ready to burn hard if there's any activity on the radar.
Sure thing, boss man. Good hunting.
Maya and I will head inside and search around.
Cap! Be careful in there.
Seemingly. Yeah, I know, right? It's funny, because in B5 context, First Ones has a very different connotation. Yeah, PC and console, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I'm playing it on PC. I don't own a console. Zombie belters. Oh, Jesus, Galeron. Let's hope not. Yikes, that would be terrifying.
Exactly how old is this place?
Too old to be on any maps. Maybe 100 years?
Damn.
Hey, man, that belter shit's built to last. Follow pressurization
this is fucking
protocol.
Strange.
It's built like a temple with
Let's
this
search for the command
this
center.
iconography everywhere.
Over here.
Deep breath, Camina. Deep breath.
I've never seen helmets this old. Crazy that people used to wear these into the vacuum.
I mean, look at this. This is like decorative.
An entire station, completely abandoned. I can't even imagine what could have happened here.
Maybe we'll find out. As long as it's on the way to finding the MK core.
Now, I will say...
The station is ancient, but the nav beacon is new tech.
Yeah, somebody's been here. if you guys are fans of the show or know the stories, there is some stuff in this episode that you will recognize and pick up on very quickly.
The aux power is on these breaker boxes. This sector is now powered. There are 3 total. Each should have its own control room like this.
3 sectors. I'll go ahead to find the control centers in each one. You keep scanning the servers for any leads.
Fine. Have the fun to yourself.
I'll call you once I power up the next sector.
Don't worry, Maya. She's got her plot armor on. She'll be okay. All right. So I came in here to look at this. I still want to scan this. Come on. There we go. Environmental systems. Power offline. Last usage 2239, and it's 2347 according to the beginning of the game. So it's 108 years old. And they turned the power off at different times. It's interesting. Okay. Really? That's interesting, Telltale. I would have figured that couldn't happen. It kind of ruins the later story of the greater universe. See, now that you've told me that, now I really want to find out, like, okay, what sequences of events does it take to pull that off? Like, intentionally going out of my way to try to find out how. Oh, there's a schematic here. This is useful.
The idea of exploring this whole station doesn't appeal to me.
So we're in Sector 1.
But whoever said riches came easy.
We pass through a classroom. Sector 2. Pass through Medbay. Sector 3. This says comm station, but it's been scratched out and replaced with the word cathedral. And then mining tunnels at the bottom. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. All right, well that makes sense then. So like, yeah, in other words, if you get hit by the drones in the previous episode, it's just a die and respawn kind of thing. Okay, well that makes sense. 22 times. Oh my goodness. That is a thing. That is a little crazy. What the hell is this?
Here. He seems almost posed.
That's weird. Do you think it's related to the core?
Don't know.
No, he's in the old suit.
I'll keep searching around.
Wouldn't make sense, but who knows?
The last one? Huh. What does this mean?
What in the hell?
Okay. This group called itself the Cassiopeia Collective. Landed here in 2226. They were an unlicensed settler community from Earth.
What happened to them?
No clue. Nothing good, by the looks of it.
Oh, 100% Pappas. The game, the sound design, like the guys that created all of this just absolutely nailed the look and the feel of the Expanse.
We're about to hit the greatest score a scavenger has ever come across.
That's what he said.
So, what do you plan to do with it? The money, I mean.
I'll head back to Ceres.
You want to go back to the station where there's a bounty on your head?
With this money, I can make the bounty disappear.
How? By going to war with Dawes?
By making him irrelevant. I'm going to build an OPA that actually helps Belton.
It's funny, right, when you realize that at least two of the major characters in this show have sort of kind of become a little disillusioned with the OPA, right? All right, I got this door open. Ah, there we go. This one's unlocked now. Here we go. Oh, a Bravo? Is that? Oh, outstanding. Well, you guys nailed it. Let me tell you. At no moment in the game does it not feel like the Expanse.
What happened?
Dead bodies. Many of them. I'll head to the power. Then we can investigate it together.
Now you want to include me? Fantastic.
So what about you? What are you going to do with your share?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
Philota, you must have some idea. You could pick a station to settle in. Set up shop as an engineer.
I could. I'd miss flying around, though. Maybe I'll buy the Artemis off Khan. You can call me captain for a change.
This ship has had enough mutinies already.
Reasonable. I will say the one thing, this is going to sound like criticism, and I don't mean it to be. But I remember playing through the game, playing through these episodes and thinking, my God, these spaces just feel cavernous. And one of the things that, there's places in the Expanse that feel that way. So they nail that part. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, how would you have time to carve all of this space out? Now, some of it is because you have to make allowances for gameplay, right? People have to be able to move around, right? You can't have everything be a claustrophobic corridor that you can't move and explore and see anything in. So I get it. And I think, and there are places in the show that do the same thing, right? You go back and you look at the way the internal design of series is done. Like, there's some pretty big open atrium corridor spaces on series in the show, and you're like, wait, what? Yeah, exactly, Pappas. And I think that's some of it, right? Like, you have to allow players space to explore the game and understand what's going on. And if that means that you have to sacrifice reality for gameplay, then that's what you do, right? As a game designer, you have to make that allowance. Next life goals? What in the...
Next life goals. Strange lesson for children. Or anyone.
Okay, so now here's a question about the voice acting. When you record voice acting lines, are you doing it in a vacuum? Or do you record a scene like with the other actors that are a part of it? I've seen it done both ways, I think. And I've seen like when they do some of the animated movies, right? Like you see Pixar behind the scenes stuff. Sometimes they're actually in the booth all together doing stuff, especially if it's just like two characters. And so I'm kind of curious if you guys did it all like separated or if you all kind of worked together if you collaborated on stuff.
I'm not familiar with the Dalton principle. Something tells me it's not exactly accepted science.
Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is estimated to be big. Yep, according to the Fermi paradox, intelligent life must have developed in our galaxy. Yes. Without bacteria or oxygen exposure, human bodies can remain free from decomposition indefinitely. Due to Moore's law, we can predict that medical technology will grow more efficient every year. This makes the potential for advance of alien civilizations or future civilizations limitless. Okay. I'm understanding what's happening here now. These people basically all suicided in a vacuum on the assumption that because their bodies don't decompose, someone with advanced tech will be able to come along and resurrect them later. Bravo, that's awesome, actually. That's really awesome. As a voice actor or as an actor, I would expect that really helps you guys, right? I would think that working in a vacuum would be much more difficult than like, hey, we're actually out here like acting, right? Like that's literally what, I've never done stage work. I've only done like behind the scenes tech stuff. But just from talking to actors and getting to know a few in like community theater over the years, you kind of develop that sense that they need that feedback. Okay, this place is creepy. Like this place is officially creepy now. Wait, is this where I came from? Yeah, that's where I came from.
Looks like they were pulling walls off the station to fashion these caskets. Big pagal.
Crazy.
These aren't just coffins. They're designed to keep corpses in stasis, virtually forever.
These people are weird, man. This place went in some weird directions, whatever happened.
All of this planning and
Yeah,
effort,
seriously, Galeron.
just to prepare for their own deaths.
You know, it's funny, Galeron. I've had, I've done so much voice work with play-by-play and stuff. I've had people. I've actually gotten a little curious. Like, I've wondered. Oh, hey.
This feels like grave robbing. Even
Well,
more so than usual.
You're not wrong,
I know.
Camina.
But just think of the historical value.
Yeah.
These were some of the first people to try and survive out here.
Does historical value pay well?
Beats me.
I would love to get into voice acting, but I don't even know where to get started, right? I don't even know how you start something like that. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be interesting. I know I've got a buddy who writes books, and he and I have talked about doing audiobooks, right? And I thought, okay, that might be interesting.
Reading this message, you'd hardly know they'd given up on surviving. And are
Yeah,
putting
Gaelic, that's
all
actually
their
not a bad
hope
call.
in aliens?
Wow. Whatever happened here, these people lost all hope and just surrendered themselves to death. New mission log. What do we got? Outgoing messages. UNN, request for emergency aid. Request for emergency aid. Urgent request from Earth Settlement. Request for emergency aid. Thank you for contacting emergency. For the love of God, save us. Station began as a mining operation. People started dying of disease. They were stranded with no money and no way to mine enough resources as everybody got sicker. Okay. I love everything you just said, Telltale. I think this is probably the first game of you guys that I have played, and if they're all this good, I'm curious to check out more. Well, it was fun, Galeron. Like, I've done a little bit of voiceover work for like videos, right? Like on YouTube and stuff. Like the King of the Sea video that Wargaming put out today. Seraphis asked me to do that a few weeks ago. He sent me a little script. I doctored it up and I recorded it. And it was easy, right? It's not hard to do. But I think it's interesting. I think voice acting is first of all, it's absolutely a very different challenge than stage acting, I think. And I think it'd be interesting to try it. I have not Formula. Batman. There's a Batman Telltale series? Ooh. Now you've definitely piqued my curiosity. If their narration and storytelling is this good on everything they do, I'm definitely curious to check more out.
You were kidding. It's like a crypt. I thought Belters recycled their dead.
We do. We don't get to be sentimental. We use every ounce of every resource we have. It's how we survive.
So what do you think happened here?
Sorry. Having to... All right, well, I will do.
Maybe the people here were abandoned
Nice.
and got
Very cool.
desperate. They could have thought they needed the bodies for something.
I think it's just interesting. Like, I don't even know how to get started. You go back, you talk about recording audiobooks. Like I said, I've got a buddy who's an author. He sent me a link to a website where apparently there's a whole big... authors take their self-written works, they're going to self-publish a book, they come there and they hire out like independent contractors to record voiceovers. He's got several different people he works with to do this, so he was explaining to me
There's
how
no
this
sign
all
of the
worked.
core yet. I'll check the server here.
I'll come back to that in a
Keep
minute.
me posted on any more excitement you find.
But like, I think getting into more detailed voice acting like this, I think it would be a much bigger challenge, or it feels like it would be a taller mountain to climb, and I'm kind of curious about it. Hang on. Give me 1 second. I'm looking something up on my phone. I want to see something very briefly. Okay. Okay, cool. So Gilron, I think you're probably not far off the mark, but I don't know that for a fact, and so I am kind of curious. All right.
Grateful to have company in here.
Aww.
About last night.
Yeah, Cap.
Ha, Arlen.
What's about last night?
Of course, Arlen.
Which one of you made all those noises? Sounded like a coyo stuck on a...
Falota.
Falota! Get off this channel.
See, the whole crew knows you can't keep anything secret on a ship with only 6 people on it. That's just not going to be a thing. Okay, I think we came in. That's not okay. That's an airlock, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, we want to go this way. Oh, they made some Walking Dead series. That's interesting. All right, definitely gotta check that out. I'm gonna click Formula's link and pull that webpage up while I'm thinking about it, and then I'll look at it later.
I'd never let this happen to me. I've got my recycler all picked out.
I got my recycler all picked out. You know, one of the things that I love about the Belters, and they nail this in the screenwriting, and they nail it in this game and other places, they have that morbid sense of humor that you find out of like a lot of military and law enforcement, but it's like the whole culture has it because they're constantly surrounded by you're a half second away from death in some way. A horrible, gruesome death is always around you just because of the environment you live in. And I think they do a really good job of kind of capturing that.
Looks like the medic was well liked.
Well, they liked the doctor. He got a special thing on his casket. That's a good way to put it, Gilron. That's a good way to put it.
Huh. All these poor Sabakawalas, staring at the abyss for eternity.
I submit this recording alongside the station's medical records for future study. Though I take less faith in Dalton and foreign visitors, I have hope our tragedy will prove instructive to the burgeoning field of extraterrestrial immunology. The pandemic which decimated this...
They were taking supplements to combat living in microgravity.
Wonder if it's the same stuff we take.
I doubt it. The only reason we survive now is because of what we learned from settlements like this.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut him off. I'm going to start that again. Well, they didn't kill
I
themselves.
submit this
No.
recording alongside the station's medical records for future study. Though I take less faith in Dalton and foreign visitors...
So you're heading back to Ceres and leaving the Artemis without a captain?
Oh, it cuts her off.
I suppose
Okay.
that's true.
Damn. If I knew last night was a one-off, I would have gotten even less sleep.
I will miss you too.
These must be from whoever planted the MK core. We're close.
Okay. So somebody was definitely here before. I still want to play this recording for you guys.
I
Okay.
submit this recording
I'm just gonna stand here and let it
alongside
go.
the station's medical records for future study. Though I take less faith in Dalton and foreign visitors, I have hope our tragedy will prove instructive to the burgeoning field of extraterrestrial immunology. The pandemic which decimated this station began as a standard Mycobacterium tuberculosis infection.
Lovely.
I contend it was our antibiotic air filters which provoked the initial evolutionary surge. But it was the children born to this station whose stunted immune systems provided the fatal breeding grounds. I did all I
Oh,
could.
man.
In truth,
That's
we
messed
all
up.
did. But we had no chance.
Oh, yeah. So it killed the kids first. And then once the kids were dead, they basically all lost hope and said, forget it. We're done. Wow, that's messed up. I know I'm gonna need power down here eventually. I just don't know where. Let's get down here and figure it out. We'll have to trace the lines back up. Okay. I need to get power to this JB, so I gotta come over here and then up to this one. And then to here. Over to that guy. And then up to here. Over to here. Over to there. Okay. So, I need to go left. From here, I think I need to go down. Actually, I don't think it... No, you can go different ways, actually. Hang on. I'm looking. Yeah, okay, hold on. I need to get power to that junction box. There's about... It looks like there's 2 different ways I can do it. Okay, we're going to go left. And down. Then we want to connect... We want to connect right. Oh, no we don't. I did want to connect up. My apologies. How do I fix that? Oh, okay, you disconnected it. Okay. Alright, there we go. Connect up, connect again. There we go. And then down, and then over to here, and that will give me the power we need to open the airlock. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Gilron. I always joke, right? Someday I'm going to meet the guy that wired my house, and I'm going to kick him in the nuts. Because I hate how this house is wired. It makes me angry when I have to do work on it. Okay. We're in the cathedral space now, according to the little map we saw earlier. And yeah, this is kind of creepy. What in the hell am I looking at?
You seeing this?
Sure am. How has all of this just been sitting here?
Their stories were abandoned, just like they were.
What gets me is that there was no OPA back then. There wasn't even the word Belter. But as soon as they got out here, somehow their lives didn't matter anymore.
Welcome to the belt, sweetheart.
Well, if that's how you feel, welcome to the OPA.
Welcome to the OPA.
I'm serious too. The OPA isn't just for dock orphans on Ceres. It's for anyone who wants to fight for a free belt. At least that's what it should be. Got some mining charges here. Looks disarmed.
Wait. How much do they look disarmed?
Disarmed enough. You clearly haven't handled many explosives.
Guilty as charged.
Logan
Looks
Dalton.
different from the coffins in the upper sectors. Maybe they built it in the early days, before they ran out of supplies. Another nav beacon.
Yep.
We must be getting close to the core.
Yep. Whoever was here before us has been here. What's up here? It's like a walkway or something. Oh, you're not allowed. Okay. Game says no. Game physics say no. Thou art not allowed to go there. Anything down here? Doo-doo. Doesn't look like it. Just kind of stuff. Stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff. Alright. Looks like we can go down this tunnel over here. Let's go check it out. Nice formula. Nice. I still feel like I'm... What is this? It's a crazy looking machine. Okay, alright, so we're in Sector 3 Command now. We just need to turn the power on. And here we go. There we go. 25th century hot dog maker. 1x4 studs are no joke, man. Especially when you're trying to throw your body through them.
Hey, with all this alone time you've given me, I've been thinking about something.
Oh, that's sweet.
Whatever this treasure is, The one thing we know is that it will change everything. No more scavenging, no more running.
Brava. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate the insight.
I think if I had
This is
all the
awesome.
money in
Thanks
the
for
world to
dropping
do
in.
anything I wanted, it would be doing this with you.
And thank you for all your hard work on the game. It is
Okay,
appreciated
not
by those of us that
this
are enjoying
exactly,
it. Believe me.
but working with you to help build a better future for the Belt. I want to be a part of it. If you'll have me, I mean.
I'd be lucky to have you. So would the OPA. As long as you're sure that's what you really want.
I want to be a part of something that matters. And I want to be with the only person
100%
who's ever
agreed,
made me
Galeron.
feel like I matter too.
100% agree. Ha ha, Kalik! I see what you did there. Are y'all gonna clink helmets again? What the hell? What the... Well, this is
Holy
messed
shit,
up.
this is beautiful.
That's a word you could choose. She's not wrong. It is beautiful.
It is. I still don't understand it. But it's beautiful. That shape at the bottom. I recognize it from the coordinates.
That's promising. Let me check the server for this sector, then I'll meet you down there.
Okay, here's something. The sector's thermoscanner reports biometric presence. There must have been someone here.
Oh, apparently he's still here.
They're still here!
Coming down!
No, stay back. Try to get eyes. My name is Camina Drummer. I don't know who you are, but...
I know who you are! You're the pirate JP sent to take me out. Lousy in your scum. But you'll never find that sample!
Maya!
I see him. He has you pinned down. I'll try to direct you from up here. Okay, he's coming up on the left. Okay, he's flanking around to your left.
Nope, we hit him.
Got him, but I don't think he's down. I lost visual.
Maya!
Wait, he's charging. Your left now.
Oh, right through the helmet. I would say he's going to feel that, but I don't think he's going to feel anything anymore.
Wrist terminal broken. And he was running low on oxygen.
He was hypoxic then.
The hypoxia must have made him disoriented. He seemed to confuse you for someone else. JP?
I don't know, but he's dead now.
I wouldn't have made it through that firefight.
Wonder what this guy was doing down here.
Let's look around. He was obviously here for a while. Maybe he left something behind.
His oxygen was so low, I don't think he even knew who he was shooting at. This wrist terminal is too busted to search. His oxygen was so low, I don't think he even knew who he was shooting at.
I know he just tried to kill you, but... poor guy.
There's a message on here.
You stole something from me. Luckily for you, my desire to see it returned is greater than my desire for revenge. This will be your only chance. Say I was open to it. My partner has other ideas. We know. She's already contacted the UN and their Shinabi. Luckily, some pirates got to them first. Pirates? Are they? Don't worry about them. Just send me your location and hold tight. However you deal with your partner, my men will clean it up. This is why I love Earthers.
So this man stole the MK core. Brought it out here with his partner.
His partner, who must be around here somewhere. Maybe they have the core.
Okay. This has got a real 2001 feel to it right now. The fact that I can even do this is amazing, though. I love this game engine. I literally feel like Dave Bowman. Yeah, exactly right, Gilrons. I'm sorry, Dave. I can't let you have the MK core. Death records? What? The station's population started out strong, but heavy casualties began occurring within a few years. With no new influx, its dwindling population, the group must have known their community was doomed. No one has an easy existence, but these people didn't even have the hope their future generations could build a better life. Yeah. Yeah, within 2 years, like just about everybody was dead. Yeah, that's crazy. They started shutting off the upper section in 2235, and then they shut down the last of it in 2239, according to the records upstairs that we found. Interesting. Okay, so nothing else down here to look at. Except this bizarro Illuminati temple-looking thing. What the hell is this? The wolf will live with the lamb, the leopard will lie with the goat, and the children will lead them unto salvation. Future traveler, we lay our beloved children before you. If you be healer, heal. If you be miracle worker, work. If you be passer through, pass through and go in peace. Wait a minute. Oh, hell. These are children coffins. Yes, Gaelrond. It's the kitty crypt. That's exactly right. That's exactly what this is.
Oh, God. The first ones. They're all
children. It's a children's tomb.
Yeah. That's an emotional kick to the nuts. Wow. Okay.
They buried their children here first. Couldn't bear the thought of recycling them.
Then they couldn't bear the thought of being separated from them either. So here they are.
Here they are.
Stasis monitor. What do we say? Temperature, yep, stable. The inhabitants of the station were Telltale engineers. When they gave up on mining, they turned and created the coffins. They did a strangely beautiful job of solving the issue of long-term body storage. These corpses should stick around until, well, hopefully until they get their wish. Wow. Wow.
Some of the first children born in the belt, and this is the fate they suffered.
Brutal.
They were abandoned, but at least they weren't forgotten.
Here.
What do you think happened?
Let's find out.
Okay. Unfortunately, 4BF went to bed. Anybody else in chat has seen the television show? Yes or no? And is familiar with the show and the story? They do look like mummies. But I think that's the intent, right? You wrap them up, you dehumidify them. There's no bacteria to eat them out here. Dead Meat's seen the show. Who else? Formula's been through it. Okay. Gaelic hasn't seen it. Still no. New Spud says yes. All right. This is where the game... You've seen enough of it, Gaelron, to know what you're about to see. If you remember some of the character names, okay? This is where... You've gotten all through the story to this point, but this is where it's going to tie in to the television show, if you understand what you're reading. All right, so let's look around.
So they stole the MK core and brought it here. But then our security guard turned on his partner and shot her?
Seems right.
I commence this diary for the benefit of future histories. I believe we're embarking on a biomedical revolution rivaled only by the advents of synthetic nitrogen and CRISPR. I know this is the discovery millennia, but some of my fellow researchers have lost the plot. All they want to do is scale up the testing. Idiots! We have the potential to eradicate cancer, etc., etc. Must keep our focus. The situation has grown tenuous. Dresden... Yes, Formula. Dresden appears to have lost all sense of process and propriety. Rumor is that he's pushing a, quote, cognition enhancement modifier on junior researchers as a means of advancement. If he tries that on me, he'll find an enhancement up his ass. Asked Strickland what he knows about the other teams here. No response. I know we're not the only ones on this project. What research are they hiding? Would they be insane enough to develop this as a weapon? The data are clear. This thing can teach us so much about biology, but it isn't ours to control. You should probably have an idea of where this is going now. Dresden wants to talk about human testing. I can't even begin to account for the ethical dumpster fire that presents at this stage. Lab is being shut down. Resources to be transferred to other projects. How to respond? My credentials got me into the lab one last time. I took the core. I saw some of Strickland's new project too. Dear God, those people. I bribed a guard, Maddox, the guy upstairs, who we killed, to smuggle out the core and get us off of Phoebe. My contact at UNN promises to set me up with a new research team somewhere no one can find us. Maddox's buddy dropped us off at an abandoned settlement. We were supposed to rendezvous with Urshinabi days ago. No messages, no response. What was I thinking? If the UNN can't handle this, there's nowhere safe. It must be destroyed. Maddox might protest, but I will convince him. He's a simple man, but not impervious to reason. So, Formula, by now, if you've seen the show, you have an idea of what we're actually going to discover in this crypt. Now, they don't ever use the word, but just read the references. It would be blue if you could ever actually see it, Formula, but it is not blue because it's in a container. It is incredibly dangerous,
the scientist contacted the UNN, and they sent over the Urshinabi.
But they weren't able to stop the word from leaking out.
Confidential. Do not duplicate. All individuals handling this information are required to protect it. Handling, storage, reproduction, blah, 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 blah. Phoebe Station. Research lead, Dr. Ray. Single cellular testing. Let's clear the sample is encoded with instructions that are unknowable. Exposure to human biomass seems to activate it, although exposure to other replication mechanisms have proven effective. Most attempts to break it down have failed. Exposure to extreme high heat has shown some efficacy. Experiment 1, cellular exposure. Experiment 2, cellular wall degeneration. And then cellular replication. Experiment was terminated early when replication continued outside of expected parameters. Test subjects. Belter. Unknown origin. Duration of infection. 4 to 6 days. Results fatal. Human testing. Led by Dr. Strickland. Sample is highly transmissible and with proper exposure maintains 100% infection rate. Greater amount of biomass is needed in order to further understand sample's encoded instructions. Subject was exposed to the sample via cotton swab. Symptoms began within 3 hours. Subject was moved to exam room 4. Experiment 2, subjects were exposed to the sample via cotton swab, then immediately put through decon procedures and showed no symptoms. Immediate decon may be effective in the event of accidental exposure to staff. Experiment 3, subjects were housed in exam room 4 with subject 1. Transmission began within hours. Telltale. It's great. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping in and hanging out with us for a while. I get that you're in a different time zone. So go get some rest, and we will see you in the future. Appreciate you hanging out with us. So, yeah, this is basically a bioweapon. Like, that's what I'm reading here. And there's a beautiful picture of it.
The MK core isn't a treasure.
Yeah.
It's a weapon.
What kind of weapon?
I don't know. Something alive. And fucking dangerous.
Well, you're not wrong about that.
Guess they stashed it before they had their fight. It's not in here.
See you, Swanee.
I have compiled evidence to show why this substance presents such a novel set of risks. I now truly believe we may be looking at an eschatological event. I thought I could deliver this sample to the right hands and develop an antidote, but I underestimated many things.
Ron.
All that matters is that I destroy the sample and pray the same will be done to the rest of this cursed substance.
Okay. So at this point, if you've watched the show, you know what we're dealing with. And I'm not going to spoil it for those of you that haven't.
So the MK core is some kind of organism.
I don't know. And neither do the scientists studying it.
And yet this company is pouring endless amounts of money into it. They're willing to kill to keep it secret, and now they're running human tests.
Not humans. Belters. They don't even think of Belters as human. Fucking inners. They found a weapon they didn't understand, and they brought it out here to play with.
That's horrible.
It's nothing new. Just like Anderson Station. The Laguin. Even these people.
Yes, they
left out
did,
here to
Formula.
die.
These people worked on Phoebe. They stole the
Just
sample
another
from
chapter
Phoebe.
in the story.
Got something.
Also, if you pay attention and know the show, you can figure out what MK stands for. You just got it, Ginger? Yeah, Ginger just got it.
We found it.
And now we're going to destroy it.
Oh my, Camina. All this way, you risked your crew for nothing? I don't know. Feels like the right decision, though, doesn't it? Something this dangerous? Destroying it seems smart.
We'll reach full burn in about a minute. What are you going to tell the others?
That the people with the money to buy this are the same people who would use it.
Correct, Formula. Correct.
Unless we don't sell it. Hear me out. Whatever this is, it could still be everything you need to help the belt. What if we kept it?
As a weapon? Or as a bargaining chip?
Call it what you want, but no
6
one
seasons,
would mess
Flaming.
with the OPA if they knew.
The OPA doesn't work that way. It's 100 factions with 1,000 goals. The OPA would tear itself apart over something like this.
Why are you so sure of that? You're talking like an inner.
I'm talking like someone who knows the OPA. Who knows men like Doss and what they do to stay in power.
But the belt may never get a chance like this again. You can't just take that away.
You don't
It's
get
so
it.
good, Black Duke.
You
It's
may
the best
have bounced
sci-fi
around
made in a
your
long
region
time.
For a while, but you don't understand the belt.
What don't I understand?
Belters can't afford to lie to themselves. We deal with things as they are, good and bad. And no matter what we want it to be. This
is pretty awful.
is as bad as it gets.
This is pretty friggin' awful.
Think about it. Not like a Martian, but like a Belter. From everything you've seen out here so far, how do you think this really ends for us?
Fuck. You're right. Let's do what we have to do.
Good answer, sweetheart. Let's make this happen.
Rayan, what are you doing?
See, Baratna? Told you we couldn't trust him.
Oh, these idiots.
Hand it over. Now.
The two idiots.
And that?
Arlen, listen to me. That is a death sentence. You'll never be able to unload it without getting killed in the process.
See, that's your issue. No faith in your crew. I already have a buyer on series.
Damn it, Arlen, you don't understand what you're doing.
You always think you know better than everyone else. That's how you always end up here, yeah?
I don't know what the fuck your plan is, but you can't just take over the ship and throw Drummer in the brig.
No brig.
Airlock.
Airlock.
What do you mean? Just got to head back to Ceres and...
Tinsha! How long is the trip to Ceres? Huh? 2 weeks? 3? You want to stay awake the whole time?
That's because that is formula. That is Kara G.
Trying to take her back.
That's why it sounds like her. That is Camina Drummer.
Never knows when she's lost.
Oh my god.
No, there has to be another way.
As long as she's on board, it's still her ship. You think Maya and Virgil will take orders from us while she's around? Psh, even the fucking pilot likes her.
That's right. Khan likes me now.
It's the only way to finish this. Take her to the airlock.
Trust me.
All right, chat. It's your turn again. Do we trust him or do we not? Hang on. I got to put it in here. Do we trust Arlen or do we fight him? Those are our choices. We can trust him or fight him. And I have no idea how this will play out. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to hit start poll. You have 60 seconds. What are we doing? Are we going to trust him or fight him? Those are our choices. Early votes for trust. Nobody seems to want to fight him. Everybody seems to trust Rayan. I will say, of the two twins, Rayan feels more trustworthy, right? Because this is the guy, like, you helped him out, you cost him his leg, but he's alive, right? He's still alive. And Arlen is, like, of course, super, mega, ultra aggressive, right? Like, like a lot of anger issues over there. Still no one voting for fight. Everybody says trust him. Still a chance to flip the other way if you guys decide you want to do that. This is on you. I'm playing your game today. Time's probably ticking away. Probably just about out. All right, you guys want to trust him. That's what we'll do. All right, let me get the right windows back up here. I don't disagree with you, Flaming. I'm just saying, you could have gone the other way. We're going to trust him. That's y'all's decision. Now, I will say, I wish I'd punched Arlen a lot harder, and I'm kind of regretting helping him get over his drug addiction problem. That feels kind of bad right now, right? Like, we gave him stuff to help him deal with his drug withdrawal, and he's basically trying to put us out an airlock. I'm kind of pissed about that.
I'm sorry, Cap. For Rhea. I wish I could stop Arlen.
You can. Help me take him down.
But Ratna's the only reason I'm alive. The only reason I got off.
Yeah, Arlen's kind of a turd. He's not like a Cox level turd, but he's kind of irritating. Airlock's getting a lot of use. Really? You gonna give me a helmet?
I can't let you hurt him.
Okay.
I won't watch you die either.
You gave me a bucket. I like it.
Can't stand to be apart from your girlfriend, can you?
You son of a bitch! Let me go!
What did you do?
Sabaka nearly bit my ear off. Would have clawed my eyes out next.
Wait, she isn't a part of this.
Uh-oh. This didn't happen in my playthrough.
Put it on. We can make it to the station and send a distress signal. Hurry.
I'm the one with the bullet in me. You take it.
You'll be fine. We both will.
I can't.
Stop. I'm still your captain. Do it. Now.
I said I would do anything to help the belt. And nobody can do more for the belt than you.
No!
Oh, I didn't expect her to die. That's unfortunate. There is a way to keep her alive. Because of the playthrough that I've done on my own, she's still alive.
Come on. Come on, come on. No! Come on.
Well, that's unfortunate. Rayan was a coward enough that he wouldn't let me die.
Please.
He wouldn't let Camina die, but he would happily let Maya get shoved out an airlock.
Maya.
That's rude.
Oh, Maya.
Well, now. Okay, then. Well, we're stranded. That kind of sucks. Yeah. It's interesting to me this mausoleum reaction is kind of 50-50 split. Most people trusted Rayan. You guys went with the group on that one. That's interesting. That's curious. The first time I played through this mission, I didn't even know Maya could die. Right? I was like, wait, what? In the playthrough that I'm doing on my own, she's alive on the ship. She gets left behind. So that's interesting. Okay. All right, guys. Onward and upward.